With that said, I have a very, in my eyes, strange take that Ian Rapoport dropped on the Pat McAfee show today. And for those of you who did not catch this, I just don't know if I agree with it. I agree with the premise. I don't think I agree with the entire statement where we stand today, or really if the Pittsburgh Steelers, I know that for a fact, would ever agree with it, because they wouldn't. He said this on the quote on the Pat McAfee show, quote, "The feeling I get from the Steelers is they're kind of loading up, doing all the resources, all the spots, everything you can. Obviously, there could be a quarterback there at some point, hopefully soon, maybe before the end of the summer. But that's what it feels like, kind of loading up to get the most, or to make one more run at it. One more run at a Super Bowl or a playoff win or whatever." And I'm going to be really honest. The Steelers, in my eyes, are walking a strange line that I have said multiple times that they are walking, of preparing for the future while trying to win right now. But by no instance, no move that they've made, there has been zero indication in my eyes that the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking at this going, we've got one more shot at this window. This is the window. We don't have a quarterback yet, but this is the window. First, we got a quick word from our boys over at Factor. Summer is here. More sun, more light, more time to do all the things that make summer so special. And the number one thing you don't want to be doing all summer, spending hours cooking inside. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. The 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day sun up to sundown with nutritious breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Factor has your whole day covered. Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavor and none of the fuss. I love Factor. I've been doing Factor for a while now. It saves me all the time. And now I just got hooked up with their juices, and I slammed 2 or 3 of those things on the 4-hour drive to the bachelor party and then the 4-hour drive back. So shout out to Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/allsteelerstalk50 off and use code allsteelerstalk50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code allsteelerstalk50 off at factormeals.com/allsteelerstalk50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/allsteelerstalk50 off. Shout out to our boys over at Factor. No. And I don't think the Steelers would view it that way either. Do I think the Steelers hope that the window is open right now? Certainly. But are they realistic enough to realize that they need a long-term quarterback option and then you build around that long-term quarterback option? 100%. 100%. So the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers does not seem to be over. It does not seem as if the Steelers are gearing up for one more run. It seems as if the Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting here today trying to figure out how they could keep this thing alive before they get into next season, before they get into a place where the new Super Bowl window is open. And that's when teams win Super Bowls, is on that rookie contract from year 2 to 5. That's what they do most times. The Steelers are aware of that. The NFL as a whole is aware of that. And if the Steelers could get a quarterback next year, they somewhat reset the cycle and push the window back open instead of shutting it. I just, in my eyes, and if you told anybody in Pittsburgh, hey, you guys look like you're ready to make one final push at this, they'd probably slap you and tell you, no chance. We have forever to try and win this thing. And that's how the Steelers are viewing this. I just, at no point do I see the Pittsburgh Steelers, for one, doing things like, I mean, we could look back at the Jets with Mark Sanchez and Darrelle Revis, and they went out and got Antonio Cromartie and all of the wide receivers and Brandon Marshall and the running backs and the offensive linemen and the big splash defenders. Like, they went out and loaded up to try and make a run. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers loaded up to try to make a run with Tom Brady. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed Darius Slay and said, all right, there it is. That's the one. They traded for DK Metcalf and then essentially replaced him by trading George Pickens away. It just, there is no part of this that, in my eyes, the Steelers are in this for one final year. I mean, their offensive line outside of Isaac Seumalo has a combined experience in the league of, and if you count Troy Fautanu as a full year, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in the league combined. All four of them outside of outside of Isaac Seumalo. They're just, why? I don't get the outlook that the Steelers are doing this to just try and get it done one more time. I mean, I'm sorry, Ian, but and it was connected to the Gabe Davis thing, but I looked at it and just said, the Steelers just want a wide receiver because they got rid of George Pickens, but I don't see it being that they are trying to win a Super Bowl so desperately that they need to fill every hole they possibly can, and they can't make any or leave any stone unturned. No, they realized that last year Van Jefferson wasn't enough, and they're trying to correct that wrong in 2025 with potentially Gabe Davis. That's how they're viewing it. All right.